This is ARC Sports.
Good evening, my friends. Welcome into ARC's PDX Sports. Tyree Smith here with you. And folks, we got a great show for you, folks. I'm real excited, all right? Let's get into it. AEW, a.k.a. All Elite Wrestling Summer Blockbuster, taking over the Moda Center tomorrow, starting at 4:30 p.m., so make sure you guys are in line. It's going to be live, and it's going to be fun. Live on TBS and HBO MAX for streaming. We got a special guest feature tonight, all right? Joining me to preview the event in Portland's AEW star, Speedball Mike Bailey, joining me for the first time ever. Mike, I appreciate you so much for joining me. How are you, my friend?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm doing fantastic.
Good, man, good. So first of all, this is your first time coming to Portland, right?
Second, I was here for an independent wrestling event just about a year or so ago. But again, the curse of being a professional wrestler is getting to see all those beautiful cities for roughly 22 hours.
Maybe, even if you get a chance to actually go into the city. So have you actually gone into Portland and done anything of recent memory that you'd be like, oh yeah, I like this place?
I had some wonderful sushi today.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Portland is a foodie city, so I appreciate you guys getting out into the fun scene and the food scene. So I got to ask, let's talk a little bit about it. AEW started back in 2019, but now you joined this past February, so congratulations as well on that. Talk about how it's been for you joining AEW so far.
Thank you so much. It's been absolutely amazing. I mean, AEW is where the best wrestle, right? And I've been wrestling for 20 years. I've wrestled all over the world, and somewhere like All Elite Wrestling is exactly where I wanted to end up. You know, there was a monopoly on professional wrestling for the last 30 years, right? There was only one place where you could be a professional wrestler in the United States, and there was only one person who decided who was a wrestler and who wasn't. And so there was only one type of person who was able to be a professional wrestler for many, many years. And now, with All Elite Wrestling, there's a lot more diversity, there's a lot more options, there's a lot more people who are able to become professional wrestlers and entertain everyone in the ring week in and week out, and that's fantastic.
And you've been doing this since about 2006, not just with AEW, but you have so many multiple spots. So compare AEW to the multiple other spots. What about AEW stands out the most to you?
Well, this is the biggest, right? The best promotion in the world, selling out stadiums and arenas. I first made my name in the American independent wrestling scene in 2016, right? And that was a real boom for independent wrestling in America. And a lot of people who are in AEW now were wrestling on those smaller independent shows. You might have heard tale of a promotion called PWG, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla.
I definitely have, yes sir.
And
yes,
it was the professional wrestling world's best kept secret. And there was all the world's best wrestlers in in a tiny building in Reseda, and now those same wrestlers are selling out arenas all over the world.
And you're about to have a whole lot of new Portland fans get into AEW. There's already fans ready to get out there at the Moda Center for the 4:30 start. Talk about it. You mentioned it, that one kind of conglomerate that everybody knew about, but now there's others. So compare it. When you compare that other big conglomerate with the W compared to AEW, what's the biggest thing that you want Portland fans to know?
Well, so there's going to be 4 hours of action, and in those 4 hours, you are going to see all kinds of competitors from all over the world. The team, I'm competing in a trios match against the Hurt Syndicate, right? And my team is myself, French-Canadian. I'm teaming with Kevin Knight, who's from the U.S. but made his name in New Japan Pro Wrestling and traveling the entire world.
And y'all Jet Speed.
Jet Speed, but also Jet Speed Air with Commander, who's representing Mexico, a lucha libre artist, and it's going to be the three of us versus the Hurt Syndicate, and you're going to see all kinds of professional wrestlers from all over the world, different backgrounds, different styles, different attitudes, mixing up in the ring and putting on one of the greatest events of all time.
So then I gotta ask, what do you hope fans get out of this experience for tomorrow?
I hope their minds are blown. I hope they discover pro wrestling if they haven't already, and they hope that they realize that professional wrestling is more than just the cult of personality, right? It's more than just two big men getting in the ring together. No, it's about art. It's about telling their stories in the ring through the medium of professional wrestling.
You speak a language that I hope a lot of Portland fans understand when they're at the Moda Center tomorrow. Please stay tuned for us on ARTS PDX. We're going to be continuing with AEW star Speedball Mike Bailey because they are going to be previewing their match. Welcome back, my friends. Welcome back. Tyree Smith joined alongside AEW star Speedball Mike Bailey. He'll be in action tomorrow at the Moda Center with his partner Kevin Knight. Boy, and you also have another partner, and it's going to be against that trio, the Hurt Syndicate. So, folks, there's also people around Portland who do know wrestlers. So I'm sure you know the name Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, MJF. This is going to be an exciting time, so let's get into the story time about it. Mike, how's it been with your partners?
It's been amazing again. 3 people from 3 different parts of the world come together with the same goal, winning championships and putting on the most exciting kind of professional wrestling in the entire world, mixing up the styles and giving everyone a show.
This is fun because when I grew up, actually, my high school teacher was a professional wrestler, and he actually had a tag team partner. So that's why I really understand the dynamics of being a tag team. It's more than just having a partner. It's a real build and friendship. That's how you guys see success in the ring, am I right?
You're absolutely correct. Pro wrestling is a language. It's a form of communication. You have to be able to convey ideas and thoughts without using words in the ring. When we're all flying from the top rope together at the same time, we really have to make sure that the timing is exact.
Exactly. And one of those things that helps with that, I'm sure, rivalries. Is there any rivalries that fans need to keep an eye on when they're watching AEW tomorrow?
Tomorrow, we're going to see Swerve Strickland against Will Ospreay.
There we go.
In my opinion, the 2 best wrestlers in the world right now. Will Ospreay, someone who I've wrestled 5 different times, 5 singles matches, never in AEW, or at least not yet, but it's going to happen. And Swerve, someone who isn't the AEW world champion, was, but hasn't been in a long time, but in my opinion, someone who really champions AEW. He represents the company, and what he's done, putting AEW at the forefront, talking about how important what we're doing is in mainstream media, I think is fantastic. So I think that match is going to be absolutely out of this world. Something that you've been doing recently is really spreading the word of AEW and exactly how awesome it is and how it's different from wrestling people have been used to. So for you personally, when you think about your career and your goals and where you want to be, I'm sure AEW champion, all of those things kind of come to mind. How excited does that get you for what the future could be with your career? I mean, it's exactly what I want out of professional wrestling. I was an independent wrestler for almost 20 years before I joined AEW, right? And the beautiful thing about independent wrestling and the way it works financially, of course, the promoter pays you, but then you sell merchandise. So there's a direct correlation between you have a good match, you make the audience happy, you sell more t-shirts, they let you know, they talk about you on social media, your career grows. And I feel that that independent wrestling attitude, AEW has brought that to the mainstream. It's wrestling for the audience, wrestling for the people who want to watch wrestling, wrestling for people that are interested and want to see the sport grow and the company grow, and all of us working together to make this as big as it possibly can, because we know that our art is beautiful and it makes people happy, and we just want to spread that around as wide as we can. Tomorrow, 4:30 at the Moda Center. There are going to be a lot of fans cheering. There's going to be a lot of happy fans. When you're out there in that ring, typically, and you'll see it again tomorrow, but when you're in that ring and you see all those smiling fans, those faces, maybe even the little babies that they were able to get in those onesies that says AEW, how awesome of a feeling does that give you? It is the best. It's what I live for. This is one thing that I'm really excited for Portland fans to experience. AEW wrestling is something that also, I actually have a group chat with wrestling, and we talk a lot about that. So when I told them that I was actually interviewing you, they said to say, thank you for continuing to make wrestling great. And I wanted to pass that message along from my friends to you. Thank you for continuing to make wrestling great. I love that. Appreciate you so much, man, for coming here. AEW, All Elite Wrestling, right there at the Moda Center tomorrow, 4:30. So make sure you guys get in line and get excited, because Mr. Speedball Mike Bailey is going to be giving y'all a show. Make sure you guys tune in that.